Okay. D. McClung, Archer Monologues, where I talk and you listen. Or not. Alright. Headlines. News media want you to believe Americans reject President-elect Trump. A new survey puts that to rest. End quote. Alright, so a word about this. People protesting the election of Donald Trump. Like, somehow they seem to forget that, like 50 million plus or minus people voted for Donald Trump. Alright? So let's just totally ignore that fact. He was elected. People voted for him. 50 million, more or less, did. And therefore, 50 million people did vote for him. And therefore, apparently, wanted him to be president. And he's going to be. And the people have spoken. And yet, there's like a lot of people out there protesting against, Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. I wonder if Hitler had that kind of problem. Yeah, people over in Germany in like 1933 is like, I'm running for Chancellor of Germany, and my name is Adolf Hitler. And I got some plans, and you know what the plans are, because I wrote a book telling you what my plan was. And basically it was to murder a bunch of Jewish people. If I am Chancellor, that's what I do. See any familiarities between that and modern day America and Donald Trump? Nah, I'm not. Yeah, well, Donald Trump is fair game because, he's president now. Or will be, elect. So he's fair game, and I can say whatever I want about him. I could say whatever I want about him anyway, because free speech and all that shit. So, okay, so let me just pause for a second and take a look at this article, and maybe I don't have to take a pause. Here it is. All right. Percentage accepting Donald Trump as the legitimate president soon. No, do not. Yes, do. All right. The no's do not accept him. 15%. And yes, do accept him. 84%. Now, I don't put a whole lot of weight in surveys and polls and things like that, but kind of do sometimes, which is fine. I'm allowed. So here's the chart, and it's got surprised that he was elected, 75%. Well, duh, sure. Knowing how Hillary could rig the elections and stuff, like she did the convention and the campaign, the primary campaign to, she rigged the election. She did. She did. Get a life. She's guilty of rigging the convention thingy, and that's a felony. Duh. So she's disqualified from being president because she's guilty of a felony. Duh. So okay. So 75% surprise. Yeah, I'm surprised that Hillary and her mafia gang of treasonous, murdering bastard socialist police state motherfuckers basically didn't allow it to happen. They did, and it happened. Why? There's a plot going on here that we don't know about. Okay, now, following in the description. Afraid, 42%. What? Relieved, 40%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'm in that 40%. I'm relieved that Hillary didn't win, but I'm not particularly relieved that Donald Trump won. Excited, 35%. Devastated, 34%. Proud, 32%. And angry, 29%. Alright. So, I read the numbers to you. 84% stated that they accepted Donald Trump's election as legitimate. Okay? 15% are protesters. 15% are, oh no, not that. Oh God, I have to have a day off because Donald Trump won the election and I'm traumatized. Or, as in a previous show, I mentioned the person, female, who was in a car wreck and charged with blah blah blah. Just listen to the last show before this one, and you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. Huh? So, I got drunk and I went out and caused property damage and maybe injured people in a car wreck because Donald Trump, the election, traumatized me. And there's what? Harvard people were like, oh, Harvard, oh, we're going to give you, classes are dismissed and here's tissues and shit because, like, you're traumatized by the election of Donald Trump. All right, so... oh, well, I'm just going to call bullshit on that. So anyway, you got the statistics according to, Forbes Statista. Charts presented by Statista Charts, and I'm giving them credit. All right. So, why are they protesting? It boggles the mind. People boggle the mind. It's just amazing. I'm surprised the human race has even survived this long, but that many stupid people running around doing shit. All right. So let's just say that most Americans don't reject Donald Trump as the future president. Just wanted to get that in there. Yes, yawn, exactly. All right, I'll be back. All right, I got a gripe. So, as I mentioned previously, at one point, I receive this email every day. Sometimes I get the morning, afternoon, and evening edition. So it's like 3 times a day these people send me a newsletter that has articles. And like I said, and the name of this is Independent Journal Review. And send me stuff, and I look at the articles, and I think, why do I let them do this? Why do I take these? Why do I even open these emails? All right. Here's my complaint. Here's a complaint. All right. This review used to have a comment section underneath each article. You could make a comment on the article you just read. Well, with free speech being free speech and all that, yeah, that's, and freedom of the press, meaning I have access to the press, meaning I can make a comment on something that's posted publicly, like journalism stuff, news stuff. All right. So I think what happened here is, since I can't, there is no longer a comment section. No longer a comment section. All right. It's gone. I'm just wondering if other people who get the Independent Journal Review, if their section, if they can still make comments. I can't, because there's no place to do that. So they have, the Independent Journal Review has eliminated the comment section for me. Now I'm wondering if anybody else has experienced this. Did they just take the comment section off for everybody? Can nobody now make a comment on their page? Or is it just me? Are they discriminating against me? Are they denying me my right to free speech and express myself on their freaking thing that they posted? Okay, if that's true, and I suspect it is because it's happened before many times. One of the places this, like for example, on Facebook there's this group of people called, let me see if I got this right, the Federalist Papers page. It's, a group of people put up a page and they call it the Federalist Papers. And they had a comment. You can make comments on Facebook, and man, leave a comment, underneath the whatever the person posted. All right, so the Federalist Papers, which is a hypocritical use of that phrase, because they're not really loyal to that at all. Because I'm pretty sure the Federalist Papers had something in it like freedom of speech. So they're hypocrites. So anyway, there's no section here for comments, so I'm thinking, why? And am I the only one? Are they blocking me from making a comment and reading the comments of others simply because of the fact they don't like me? They don't like what I'm saying? Is that discrimination, you think? And if it's just me, then I want to know. Because if it's true, then I would think about suing them. Not really going to bother suing them because, shit. But I have more important things to do. But if that's true, then they're violating my right and they're committing some sort of gross misdemeanor. Anyway, I'm just saying. All right, that's a complaint I have against these people. No more comment section. That's just stupid, disgusting. So I'm going to just not go on with that. All right, but if you get the newsletter or go to their website, and you don't see a comment section under the articles, or if you do see a section and you can actually make a comment on there, let me know. I want to know if they're discriminating against me or just everybody. The name of that site is Independent Journal Review. A bunch of neocons, mostly. Alright, okay, moving on. Here's something interesting. Well, to me anyway. Adobe's new Photoshop for audio. It seems that they have come up with, they've unveiled a demo of a program called Project Vocal, which is being billed as a kind of audio equivalent to Photoshop. Pitchfork reports that one of these notable features is that it can produce new words and sentences using recordings of someone's voice. In other words, it seems that at least 20 minutes of speech will allow Vocal to analyze and understand a person's voice or vocal patterns, and then you can I'll just read the quote. Words and full sentences can be edited and added with startling accuracy in that person's natural voice. You can imagine how much problem that's going to be. It's a good thing, and then again, maybe not. Always. So now we can get news stories that have been edited and posted on Facebook, for example, and we think it sounds like the guy, but did he say it? If they're going to quote like Donald Trump and they know his speech pattern, and now we can do that. Police used to do that, to identify someone, and now that we can do it to identify the police state bastards, maybe. All right. New feature on, and there you go, and it's cool. It's awesome. How many people have done this? When you spend hours recording a new episode and realize you never pressed record. How many times have you done that? Think, I'm going to videotape something and then realize you forgot to put film in the camera. Do they really put film in the camera still? Do they still do that? So anyway, yeah, I've done that. And then, damn, missed it. And everybody knows it's like when I write something on my computer and the electric goes out and I lost all that. I lost everything I wrote because I don't have like photographic memory of what I've written. So I have to start all over again. I can't just repeat it word for word as I said it the first time, which was usually better than the second time, because the first time it's kind of like spontaneous and legitimate and real, and then the second time is like fabricated and contrived, and I have to I got to try to remember what I said, and it's one of my weak points here. I just can't do that very well. I can just rewrite it, but it'll be a totally different word and stuff, pretty much. All right. Just to mention that, okay, taking a pause, taking a break. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. All right. Do I have anything else to talk about today? As if there's a shortage of things to talk about. Let me think.